Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3, where today it's just gonna be really gross. And it's kind of been gross the whole time, but look at this guy, and then after that we might have to fight some Kislevites, which is even worse. It's terrible. It's gonna be a horrible time. These frogs are pretty cute, but you know what's gonna bear us through it? Iglixis. He is the Kevin Nash of demons, and he is here to go big sexy all over this dude. So let's do that.
That's no challenge.
I was really into Kevin Nash when I was really into wrestling when I was a teenager, and I'm realizing I don't know if he's gotten like weird and problematic since then. So I do just want to say I'm speaking from ignorance here. You know, it's possible that that's not a great thing for me to have said. Apologies if that turns out to be the case. It is time, in fact, to leave only gore. They suspect we shall suffer a valiant defeat. I suspect they might be right about that. I do have some money. We could do a little seduction here. It looks like a unit of Chaos Furies. Well, okay, no, there's other stuff. Ugh, we just barely don't have enough money. We just barely don't have a high enough allowance to take one of their like actual melee units, which I think would be pretty helpful. We can grab Nurgling Swarms, but obviously the game has very little respect for the Nurgling Swarm, valuing it at 1,000. Am I about to take some damn Chaos Furies? Ugh, I think so. You know, we should take something. I don't value Chaos Furies very highly, but I certainly don't value a group of Nurglings any higher. So they have a couple of artillery-type demons. This is a thing we got to care about. It's a thing we also got to learn to recruit ourselves. That would probably be very helpful. We also need to be very wary about these cavalry beastie-type enemies. We have a couple of units of spears now to help with fighting of those large things, but I think a lot of that's going to come down to Iglixis. Gosh, I just don't know. I just don't know what we're going to do. The good news is I don't think their melee troops are particularly impressive. Ours are certainly better. Oh, Beast's Ascendancy. Out of some kind of magic. Oh, okay. There's some real wild magic shit going on over here. So because the lore of beasts is ascendant in this area, winds of magic expended by both sides will fill the charge meter. When the meter is full, both sides will gain access to the Cataclysm spell, Merciu's Monstrous Regiment. Interesting. This is the first time we've done a manual battle in the Chaos Realm. That has infinite... Wait, does that just... That seems very good. That seems very good. Okay, so we don't want to slow roll this very much. Like, here's the thing. We really, really, really don't want to give them time to pick at us with their vastly superior ranged units. The Heartseekers don't really look all that different from the other ones, but they're glowier, I guess. You know, the stats are better. They're not hugely better, but they're better. Yeah, actually, the difference between these two units is remarkably small. Weird. The Heartseekers have the Soul Scent, which is something. That's almost literally the only change. Weird. I don't know if I've ever seen two units that are quite that similar. We do have some Chaos Furies of Nurgle, which I'm going to start way up over here. They are flying, and so they will not stealth in the forest, but also, I don't give a shit. Look, if we're going to be honest here, I just don't care about that. What their job is to draw attention, and I think that they will do that just fine. And we're going to approach with our ranged in the standard kind of way. Plague drones will do something, I don't know. Iglixis, get over here. You get over here. We're definitely going to be drawing a lot of artillery fire. So these artillery units, how have they distributed them? This is the fella, right? This is this mancubus looking creep over here. So 2 on this side and 1 on the other side, I'm assuming. Yeah, sort of. One kind of central. And they got a lot of spooky. Wow. They got a lot of cool spooky chaos beasts. Look how good this... Oh man, that's some legitimate real Ghostbusters shit right there. Okay. Okay. Their units are a lot cooler than ours, and that is going to count for something. In Warhammer, that always counts for something. Y'all need to move quickly. I'm gonna have some of our cav here just like move up real fast because I don't want everybody to be taking cover in the same copse of trees. You can't flank if you're all coming from the same direction. That said, I don't have a real plan here. Yeah, I'm short real plans. Real plans, very poor supply. Y'all fly out this way. So they don't have much in the way of traditional ranged. All of their exalted plague bearers have a couple of shots of a special ranged weapon, but aside from that, we don't have to worry about too much in the way of just like arrow fire. So that is going to be beneficial to a couple of us. I think you're going to roll up and just start laying on the magic. It is a bummer that we're both going to get access to the Monstrous Regiment spell at the same time. It sort of negates the usefulness of it, I think, but I do want to start pouring winds into that pool. We gotta do it where it's densest. Right there. And then get the heck out of there.
Yes. I move. I can't stop. Sensuous diverse.
That's true, she can't stop. Okay, here come those plague grenades. That's all well and good. Like, to what degree do I want to have Iglixis just dive bomb the hell out of them? This is cool. This landscape is cool. This is all very metal. I'm way into it. They don't seem to care too much about my cav. Like, they're running their own Pox Riders up. These things are definitely more anti-infantry. It does not make a lot of sense, I think, for them to make this move. I guess they're just hoping that our stats are bad enough in general that they can get away with this without any penalty. And you know what? They might be onto something there. Chaos Warriors are holding up the real move, but it looks like they're drawing closer to these trees anyway, so don't think it should be a problem. I mean, do I want to just back up? I'm going to back up. I want to see if we can draw them forward. So I would love to engage with them in a place where I can just have the ranged units turn and shoot them in the side. And I am thinking that we are going to have Iglixis land. Because we could just hit... Yeah. I'm going to have Iglixis just hit him. I might have her try to run through as well. We're going to attract a lot of attention very quickly here, but these are, you know, missile monsters and stuff. And that's what the flyers are for. Y'all are going to have to get into some kind of position in a hurry here. All right, let's do something stupid. I'm going to try to drive right through the middle here.
Come to me. On to pleasure.
Don't stop for nothing. Okay, now that Iglixis is in, let's get in. So hit the Pox Riders. You're kind of garbage, but you could also actually hit these Pox Riders and just give them the poison, which is probably good. I did remarkably little damage to these Plague Bears of Nurgle while riding through them. It usually does some. Felt like it didn't. It felt like the contact didn't do anything there. They haven't abandoned any of the artillery monsters just yet, but we're going to harass them anyway. They did abandon their cavalry move right here, and I'm going to use that as an opportunity to reapproach. Yeah, come up a little further back. I don't exactly know what I want my range to be shooting at first. But yeah, do something like this. Just get up there and we'll figure it out. We'll plan it live. I forgot to grab my bonus charge, but you know, we can still take some advantage here. And I may as well fire this. Sheen of Glixis at the very least will benefit. Okay, she's doing some damage now. Get him. At least be a distraction. Okay, do not get trapped in the middle of that. And let's take a second here to just cast a spell real quick. Oh man, look at how... This is not what I was thinking we were going to do, but look at how densely packed those units are. Yeah. Do we want to pick targets explicitly here? Probably not just yet. Actually, you know what? For you? Yeah, go hit that cavalry. You're just normal marauders, and you will probably stand up okay against plague bearers, right? 38-42 against your 53-27 with 7, so actually 60-27. It's gonna, a lot of it's gonna come down to whether we can kill them fast enough for it to negate their toughness advantage over us, because like they can certainly stand in the long term. Well, let's hope it does. And let's just have the ranged units pick targets over here and just start the bombardment. Does it matter? Probably not. Pink just double up with somebody since we can hit multiple units with that range. And yeah, we gotta spend so much time microing the cavalry that I don't really, like, I want to make sure the melee have, like, orders that are more or less sensible, and a little durable would be nice. Yeah, try to get through to there if you can. See what's up. Alright, Plague Drones and all the Chaos Furies are engaged. I do hate using cavalry on two sides of a battle, because, like I said, I feel the need to micro them incessantly. We don't really have any stand and fight cavalry, and those things do exist. But we just don't have them.
Faster, quicker.
So I think what I want to do is use her to hammer over here where we can.
Who could I play?
Like this. Anyone I can hit in the back while they're doing something else. And do we want to drop some shards, maybe? So let's see. The Chaos Furies are doing what the Chaos Furies do, which is being distracting while being distracting while dying. One more spell cast is going to fire this up for both of us probably, which is a thing to consider. So we can throw a quick Hysterical Frenzy on somebody. But I think what I would rather do is nuke the... Well, nuking the offensive capabilities of their units. Yeah, because it'll bring them down to about the defensive capabilities of my units, right? So yeah, let's do that. Let's turn this fight considerably in our own favor. You do this. Those are just normal plague bearers. Yeah, let me have at least one of the units. Yeah, the one that's the most out here. Let's have you wing around a little bit because I want to...
Yes! Yes!
There we go. Want to get that good flanking charge. Alright. So this is a one unit spell, right? Who gets big melee attack, physical resistance? Like, there's certainly a way in which it's tempting to put it on Iglixis, but I wonder if it's overkill. I wonder if, like, he would not really get the benefit of it because he's already so far over. So maybe we feed it to, like... We are getting Miasma of Pestilence here. Maybe the play is use it to counteract that. You know what? You're in the middle of more enemies. Okay, the Chaos Warriors are finally getting in here to join battle. Probably want to rearrange their orders somewhat. Now, your orders are actually spectacular, really brilliant. Whoever gave you those, very smart person. these bloodletters are going to chop these pox riders. It's not ideal, but I guess they're hitting the pox riders in the side for the most part since we engaged them with the cav already. Yeah, that's fine. And it seems like Aglixis is holding his own. I might want to disengage. Yeah, let's pull the plague drones and have them come over here, because it seems like we're pretty close to collapsing this side of the battle, and I would love to do that if we can. And Aglixis is standing strong for the moment, at least. If he ends up becoming the target of too much fire once the, I guess that's the spell. If he ends up taking too much fire once he's the only one over here, we'll see about refiguring that. Okay. Fire ascendancy. I can't get the I can't get them to unstick because some of them are stuck on the ground. The other ones don't want to leave them. Yeah. Considerable healing and yep. Let's throw that on you. Because it'll spread to other units within 30 meters, so yeah, it'll bounce around like that. That's pretty great. Let's have a unit of Heartseekers stay on those Plague Bearers. A lot of the rest of you can just push this way, it looks like. That is a dense group of Plague Bearers. I mean, we would be very foolish not to overcast a lash right through this, right? I guess I can start it at the close end, and then I probably won't have to move before casting it. Like, that's beautiful. Okay. Still have lots of ammunition left in the ranged units. Is it time to start working the... Now, you know what? Stay on the melee. There's still a lot of live melee. We have some people engaging the Soul Grinder on this side. Honestly, the stats of that Soul Grinder are pretty okay relative to the type of unit that it is. You don't usually see an artillery unit with 50 melee attack. Trying desperately to get them to just bail. Just get out of there. Just use your mass. Shove. I'm going to keep issuing this movement order. Wow. Yeah, that was solid. Okay, they're getting free. One of the two of them that was stuck got away, and the other one died. Okay, so Aglixis is now getting overwhelmed. Let's use some Chaos Furies to fix that. It's a combination of the Beast of Nurgle and this thing, and... yeah, probably some... Are you affected by any spells right now? Well, you're affected by poison, certainly. And you're tired. Okay. Actually, I bet we can get Aglixis out this way. It seems like there's relatively few bodies in that direction. And once he takes to the air, he'll be fine. Let's have... the Pink Horrors try to equalize things here. I'm hoping that we can fly over near where the healing is happening and just catch a little bit of it for ourselves. So y'all stay on that, and here comes the cavalry charges. We have another cav unit here. Kind of charging across each other, but it'll be fine. I am eating a lot of fire from the Soul Grinders here. Well, let's fix that. You really can tell the speed difference on him since we have unequipped some of those items. Alright, big siege bonus. Got some ranged fires maybe going a little bit awry here, but I think we have... I don't even see their plague drones anymore. Okay, yeah, seems good. So the entirety of their army over here has collapsed. They're having morale problems. Good news for us. So you're looking pretty rough, but we can't really let up the pressure now. I'm sorry to say. Spear folk gotta try to focus on the monster type units. Where's the other one? Here, there it is. Okay. But yeah, this is very much like sort of in my combat style. I tend to want to secure a local advantage somewhere and then sweep the battle from that side as much as possible. And sometimes it even works. You know what? With there being... No, never mind. We'll just shoot these things to death. Get you over here on them as well. Because these beasts of Nurgle are considerably more powerful against our infantry than they are against our calves. That's why most of them are dead already. Okay, we're eating a lot of unhealthy magic here. A lot of magic that is bad for us, but also a lot of ranged fire hitting the great big frogs. Alexis has decided he is done participating in battle. Go eat their lord.
Guided by hunger.
Okay. Get in there. Y'all back up. You back up. Hero, you back up. This cavalry should be coming around here and executing some charges on whatever is left on this side. Hold on now. Magma Storm. So it's a big cataclysmic vortex spell. Okay. Well, I've got a fun idea. How about we all spread the fuck out? All of you. Just kind of, yeah, get as far apart as possible. How about that? There's still some amount of soul grinder that needs murdered here. Y'all probably have to stay in. Sadly. No, wait, not you. Yeah, you, Spears. You can go over here. Let's keep the plague drones in to finish those guys off, but for the most part, yeah, let's disengage. Except for you two. You two need to shoot weaponry. Fire gross body guns.
The aesthetics are
Totally nuke their lord's stats.
sorcerer's lash.
Carnage unbound.
Okay, there we go. I do reckon that this will be the end of this pretty quickly here. Yeah, there goes the entirety of their morale.
Demon prince.
Bend to our will.
And it looks like they didn't even bother to use their firestorm thing. Obviously, it would not have been a good idea for us to do it.
I will conquer. Spearmen. Drinking pain.
What are you doing? It's not even dead yet. There we go. A Pyrrhic victory. I gotta tell you, it feels like the names of the victory types, they really discount. They're much harsher, I think, than the situation on the ground. Because, like, we took losses there, for sure. But all of our units survived. We don't have to do any recruitment. These Chaos Furies weren't mine. We have to do, like, a turn of replenishment. A couple turns of replenishment, potentially. But this is, like... This was a good outcome. Now, what we hope here is that we can, first of all, get out of range of Katerin, and secondly, be healed up just as Katerin engages in a battle and gets her ass handed to her, and then we sweep in and eat her while she is weakened, and we have had a turn of healing above her. And then we can, push through wherever it was that she attacked, because I'm sure she'll have done enough damage. That's the ideal. We'll see if that's how things actually play out. And we made a fair amount of money doing that.
I serve only the
So yeah, I do have enough movement to get backwards.
Demon Prince.
What am I taking? I took full ranks and reinforcer here. We're level 37, so we're getting real close to the end of what it is possible for us to have. You know what? I am going to grab Unholy Resilience. I think that massive replenishment for Iglixis specifically is quite good.
Ever more unstoppable.
Obviously, he's a pretty critical part of our whole plan. So we got ourselves a little bit of armor. Her charge bonus is already pretty devastating. I'm just going to take some more standing melee attack. And then, of course, Foe Seeker. And we're moving her up toward Deadly Onslaught, which is a very powerful charging type ability. She's going to pick up some extra HP and stuff. It'll help. It'll all help. So...
This will suffice.
yeah, I can hardly move at all if I want to replenish. And if I try to replenish right here, Katarin's just going to attack us, for sure. Then again...
Minions proved capable.
I'm looking at her army and wondering... if I move back, does she just run at us?
Adequate destruction was served.
Because, like, I don't know if she can defeat one of these armies with her troops in that condition. And if she does just run at us, will we be okay?
I have ascended.
So she'll hit us before we have any replenishment. But we'll get a seduce. Maybe we'll get a seduce.
Will suffice.
I'm going to do this. Because if she does decide to just run at us, if we like back up and then she runs at us, there's nothing we can do to keep her from catching us except to continue to move away from her at full speed, right?
Minions proved capable.
And we don't have time for that. So yeah, I think the only way we can actually come out of this ahead is if we get a turn of replenishment, or she attacks us right now in this weakened state. Her troops are going to take even more damage at the beginning of her turn because, you know, the land of the Plague Lord. Yeah, we're gonna try it that way. Okay, there is so much garbage going on down here. Okay, we continue to weaken Kostaltin.
Ain't no place for me.
Alright, Falco moved already for the turn. And we have a little bit of money. We have a little bit of money with which to focus on making additional money. Okay. I honestly think there's a reasonable chance that if Katarin comes after us in the Chaos Realm, we just kill her. I think we can do it. My force is screwed up, but her force is also screwed up. She's probably got cool magic. We've seen a little bit of Kislevite magic. The thing about a lot of the magic is spells that are not flashy, so like the spells that are just buffs and stuff, tend to be... oh wow, she just went for it. Did she win? She won. Okay, well this is great news, because now her army will be battle damaged even further. Our army will have gotten a full turn of recruitment, and we can just chase her. She has opened the way for us, and now we can kill her and take the gift. Hopefully. Alright, Stalton definitely needs to go home. I kind of can't believe that she won that battle, though. That's a full 20-unit army that probably was at full health. Makes me really glad she didn't turn around and come after us. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize... I thought we had not seen any of the armies in the Chaos Realm be aggressive like that. I thought they mostly just, like, stood there and gotten in the way. It looked like she survived. I can't imagine what state her army must be in. That's alright, we'll find out really soon. So what does Waldenhof have in store? Nothing. They're just going to do nothing. This is not where I want them to be. I want them to be doing violence. Their army's all... Everybody's losing battles all over the place. It's like the Ice Court has the cheat codes or something. How are we all losing so badly? Sorry, we. How are you? How are you all losing so badly? Yeah, this is what happens when you don't close the gates, I guess. Okay, the Poxmakers of Nurgle have entered Slanish's realm. One of the rogue factions got destroyed. Okay. So hold on a second. What's the situation at the Doomkeep now? You have given up sieging and you are just in raiding mode. Which is fun, because it means now we can... Your whole army is bloodletters. That's actually kind of terrifying.
Such prismatic
So what we want to do is walk around here and push them toward the settlement, right?
doom and death.
Oh, I am being told that I don't have enough movement to do things this round. That was like... Alright, you know what?
More ground.
It's fine. I did not notice that it was going to take me 75% of my movement allowance to go 8 feet in my own territory.
Reshape new places.
Difficult to predict. Because why would that work that way?
World will burn.
Alright, really good replenishment. Really excellent stuff.
Presents no challenge.
Unhand the Tsarina.
I can't quite catch up to her.
Chaos reigns. Surge across this land. Dark destiny awaits.
But she has opened the way for me.
The Ice Queen bows to no one.
So her army took 0 damage in 2 consecutive battles against full armies? Really?
Hunger to slay.
Have to admit to some surprise on that one. What do I want you to do? I probably want you to just follow Castalton home and cause trouble down in his territory. Alas will be respawning up here soon.
Blood Reaper. Tear flesh. I dishonor call.
Then I think that actually is probably it. We're not able to build anything more up here for a couple of turns. I am gonna demolish some of these, some of the growth stuff. It's just to make room for more things. Sorry, demolish that, and we already changed the commandment. And I guess actually we were all garrison buildings aside from that. It's just really hard to have functional... Yeah, okay. I guess that's all that we're doing. We did get some new wings. Neither of these are very compelling. I like the spells that our hero knows, you know, like it's unlikely that I would actually cast very much that we would get on Iglixis. Because we have a couple of cheap spells that do good work and they keep our passive school bonus proccing over and over again. Feels like the right play. The Sladeshi forces are just pulling out? What? Cowards? Okay, Katerin is doing a replenishment march, so not moving very fast, but healing her troops, which is a real bummer. But we can get to the thing first, and we must, right? Like, it looked to me like she was not close enough for her army to prevent us from approaching it. And if she doesn't get it, then she's going to have a hard time. She's not going to be able to actually get the soul, right? At the very least. I guess I don't know. It may be the case that multiple people can claim the immunity. Hey, what a surprise. Our ignorance of game mechanics might get us into trouble. I don't even know what channeling is doing for them. I can't tell what that vampire army's plan is. I really thought the ogres were going to come through like a wrecking ball there. It seems like they keep showing up in incredible force and then getting embarrassed really badly and having to fall back and regroup. It kind of seems like nobody can fight the ice court. Like, people are losing vastly superior forces to the ice court all the time. So it is expected that we will suffer a valiant defeat. I think that's probably not the case. Right, these things don't have that much health. They're scary, but the trick is to just kill them. Here's a question. Am I stealing Chaos Warhounds? I think so. Do I not have... It should show me my actual amount of money on this screen. I guess I just don't... Yeah, I don't have 1,200 left over. Well, there's no benefit to fighting them here.
Oh, no.
So let's retreat and see if they pursue. And if they do, it's fine. We'll just go ahead and take the battle. But yeah, we can... If they don't come after us, we can create a more preferable situation. I just didn't realize that I was going to spend such a huge amount of my movement moving such an incredibly short distance. I love the Howling Chalice. You know, the thing about this chalice, it's shouting constantly, which is like cool. I think I'm going to close this rift. Wait. Opportunity to intercept. Well, I don't want to intercept. This text is a little, I think, misleading. Well, this time I definitely have the 1,200. I gotta figure out what we need to do to get this number above 2,000, because the 2,000, it feels like 2,000 is carefully calibrated to always not be useful. I am actually gonna pay the money to steal one of their units. And then, yeah, I guess let's do it. So I guess maybe any army that is associated with one of the Rift factions gets an automatic teleport in and defense if you try to close the rift when they're within a certain distance, maybe, or something. It's not entirely clear to me why there is now a battle happening that is being presented to me as an opportunity to intercept, especially since the word opportunity here apparently means thing that is being forced on you that you cannot choose not to take advantage of. Because I absolutely would just not do it. All right, they have no ranged units at all. And we have some. So playing to take advantage of those is probably going to be like a pretty important thing here. As ever, we're just going to hide the fast units.
Pain and despair.
Do some of this. Put all of you right behind. Actually, because they have no ranged units, let's put our ranged units in front. And that way they're taking fire for the maximum amount of time during the approach. but also we will have time to just run our melee forward through our ranged. And let's also put the wizard up front. Okay, start deployment. Start battle.
The Raven God cause.
So are they going to move on us?
His chops with fire.
They are moving on us. Okay. So yeah, we can just wait. Just wait all cozy right here. My inclination is definitely to take it slow if possible because I want to wait until we have enough winds to drop a good infernal gateway or something. And if their army's trying to remain in formation, it's going to approach very slowly indeed on account of the Chaos Warriors of Khorne. There's no sense in summoning Chaos Furies or anything just yet, because they would just get... the enemy will just turn around and rip them apart. So wait until things are a little closer. Okay. So your move speed's only 38. We could have you... yeah, I can have you step out and do a little bit of shooting on the move here.
Animus.
And there is no reason not to.
Traverse. He watches.
There we go. We'll just fling some magic bolts at them as we move around here. Yeah, got a couple of hits.
Charge! Charge! Go!
It's weird. It's just not responding to my orders. Okay, so... the firing should already be starting. My inclination here is that we probably want to do a Tzeentch's Firestorm or a big Infernal Gateway. Just make things really ugly for them. But we probably... well... so this is a big stationary area of effect. It says huge. Huge is definitely overselling. But we can use this to disrupt their formation as they're approaching. Not really sure what the best move is going to be there. And then once they've actually, you know, run into melee, obviously, that's when we bring the cav around and start poking them. Yeah, I guess for the moment, let's just back up.
Attack!
The Warhounds will get killed pretty quickly.
Behold my iridescence! Animus!
Yep, the Warhounds are already losing. Okay, we got some ranged fire in. Let's start bringing the cav forward. We don't have to worry too much about them like reacting and repositioning. You've probably noticed the AI doesn't really do that very well. Put you up over here, and I think these are the Chaos Warhounds, and they're just trying to run right through. I honestly am just going to mostly ignore them. I want to get behind and try to send the firestorm moving down their backside.
Thaumaturgic power!
Can you actually do that? Can you get out? Are you stuck on the enemy? Oh, they're letting me go. Chaos Warhounds gave up instantly while fighting ranged units, because that's how Chaos Warhounds do. So 3 small randomly moving rifts will spread outward from a central location. Is that a good idea? Should I just do an Infernal Gateway instead, cast in a location where I know what it's going to do? Probably, yeah, probably that's the move. Okay. You can hit those Chaos Warriors in the back. You can hit, yeah. Korak in the back. There in the back. What is this? This is just a unit of normal bloodletters that somehow is already dying. Doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I'm not going to complain.
Charge! Charge!
Okay, Okay, yeah, that's doing... Jeez, that's doing some damage.
Onward! Scatter and spin!
Absolutely. More
This way!
more spells, more magic. Holy shit. Holy shit, y'all. That was beyond my expectation. I mean, yeah, it's just slow down their herald, I guess. Okay, it's got a really long cooldown. That makes sense. It should have a really long cooldown. Do we want a firestorm? We can firestorm. I'm in friendly territory. If it, turns bad on us, I think we're gonna win the fight, whether it goes bad on us or not. So we can just, hang out inside of the Doom Keep and get some replenishment if this does a lot of damage to us.
Phantasmagoria! Animus! Change!
Okay, yeah, it's some of it's doing stuff I don't love.
Intercepting!
Those two are pretty good though.
Changing ways!
Alright, their lord's the only thing in their army that hasn't surrendered yet. Troops getting mowed down from behind as they flee. And you're just about out. Okay. So, a little bit of magic in the right place can make a pretty big difference. I'm a little flabbergasted, to be perfectly honest with you. 171 kills for Falco. Yeah, that's a lot more. The only unit that did nearly as well, that did half as well, is the unit of Seekers that got to backcharge some Bloodletters. And the Marauders, you know what the Marauders did? They survived long enough. They were not going to stand up to much more, but fortunately, they didn't have to. So yeah, it turns out the Siege School of Magic is pretty live. Was that fire damage? I wonder if we could have set that up better by doing a giving them fire vulnerability first. Because most of the stuff in our spell tree does fire damage, right? I mean, I probably don't actually need to worry about this.
We are Legion.
Okay, won a battle with a Marauder. Upkeep down for Marauders. Cool.
Marvelous.
Oh, interesting.
Magical madness.
That wasn't a crack Flesh Ripper's army. It was a different army that was functionally extremely similar. Okay, these locust abilities are available to us. So big missile damage up. We just leave him standing near the ranged, and then fire that. Massive power recharge. Effect increases proportional to the number of friendly units nearby, 35 meters. Or 2 extra blue horrors per battle. That's not bad, but I think we get a lot of value out of our magic. This is 25% extra damage on the missile units. I think I'm going to take the Locus of Conjuration. And then, is it the case that this is just... Yeah, it looks like this is just a mathematically better version of the disc, so let's not waste a point on the disc, especially since we get the big one next level. Let's turn down our miscast chance, because as ever I am aggressively overcasting pretty much all of the time.
Prince. On hell-sent foot.
Okay. We get there just before she does. All units fully replenished. Attrition way down from all the garbage. And Reward a demon prince's soul. Immunity is gained, and so the path to the Plague Lord's mansion is clear. Just run your ass over there and get in a fight, and don't get et by Sarina Katerin. Sadly, I am completely out of movement. Well, you know,
The Ice Queen bows to no one.
she's looking mighty. I'm not going to pretend she's not looking mighty. I'm concerned. Like I said, I think Kran's play is probably just to continue down to Kislev and cause trouble. Because, here we are. Because Alas is going to respawn any minute now anyway. And we can potentially keep Alas up in the north. Do I want to just save money? Well, we can build something else here. So we have all of the corn recruitment buildings. It's just a problem of them not being upgraded well. Yeah, we need to get... So we'll be able to get the Sladeshi version of the Soul Grinder when we hit 4730 Undivided Glory. And we're actually really close. We're like within 2 battles of that. So I definitely want to make sure we get this. We should probably bank some money. We're going to need to win a couple of battles. Yeah, if Sarina Katerin attacks us now...
When I am all-powerful, there will be a place.
This it could be dangerous. This is definitely like the most concerning moment. I'm going to hold out. We don't need a defensive alliance with them. And if they're willing to pay 400 for it now, my hope is that they'll be willing to pay more for it later. And if not, we're not really missing out on anything. It's a very low-cost gamble. Interesting. She approaches but does not attack us. She's still replenishing. Well, she's never going to have the opportunity because we are going to full march mode away from her this turn, and we are very fast. I have made sure of it. So yeah, there is at least a chance here, a reasonable chance, that we are going to get a soul the third time out. And we haven't seen anybody get a third soul yet. There's still a few turns left. It could happen, but... And in the end, I've had nothing to do with whether or not the, Well, I was going to say I've had nothing to do with whether or not the Ice Court gets a soul, but I guess if I claim the soul this time, they can't get it, right? So we will still have been responsible for them not getting theirs. I am putting an awful lot of trust in the fact that I'm going to be able to win this battle at the end here, which we do not actually know. Okay, they closed that gate, which is probably for the best. So now it's just Falco and the one Chaos Army up here. That's annoying. That's exactly what I was hoping he wasn't going to do, sieging the city and preventing me from getting a turn of replenishment. I have a plan, though. Yep, and all over the place, all of the armies from the gates are just sieging like crazy. Alright. What? Oh, I know. I know I'm being sieged. Would you? Must you? Manipulation and destruction trail in the wake of this demonic host. Siege has foreseen that yet more mayhem will be caused if the host is led by one of his most exalted servants. So... I can turn him into an exalted Lord of Chains. change. I mean, that's probably what he wants, right? That's a big... It feels like we should do that. The only thing that makes me a little hesitant is that this is a deal with the Chaos Gods, and, you know, I don't trust them, fundamentally. But it feels like I should do this. Take my place, Feathered Lord.
You shall not regret this.
Eber Sidious is... Okay, Eber Sidious is much lower level, which I suppose is a concern there. And now we have to pick up all of our spells, including having to relearn the advanced versions. So yeah, that's a downside. But this is an ability that makes people not able to move. I don't think we had this before, but I think we should have this. That seems very good. And then we're gonna do kind of the same thing here. Fires change. Give me both levels of pink fire. And then we'll grab one level of Glean Magic and we'll push forward and get Infernal Gateway again, because it turns out it's real good. So sorry, as a character, we should talk about what we just traded for. This is an Exalted Lord of Change. I feel like he should have probably some equipment, maybe some ancillaries. A Drill Master. Oh yeah, Drill Master for sure. What else do we have available? A Schemer. Ooh, love a Schemer. Absolutely give me that Schemer. Yeah. That thing's pretty okay. And then, like, as a Lord of Change, 55 melee attack, 55 melee defense. He doesn't have a ranged attack anymore, but he's actually like a fighting monster. Which I think is better for this army. He's got the wounds. He can fly, of course. Got the standard 20% physical resistance along with actually some armor. The ability to become invisible. That seems good. Yeah, I think this was an upgrade. So we're going to have the garrison of the Doomkeep sally forth and just crush you. Apparently this is going to cost... You know what? I am not going to manual this just to save those units. It's fine.
The Chaos Plan.
My plan was to have the garrison sally out to attack them, and then they were going to retreat, because isn't the same thing to do there to retreat? And then we were going to have our unit step just outside the city and get into ambush mode and catch them when they come back in. But they did not make it necessary to do all the complicated parts. So I don't think we're going to bother with this upgrade. I really want access to the Cathedral of Pain. We have now the glory needed to get soul grinders. We're going to be much better off once we have soul grinders. So we're going to continue to save. Let's get a level of Glean Magic and then a level of Prismatic Plurality. Yeah.
I can now serve better.
Good. I'm glad that you can now serve better.
Fallen champion.
Oh, the damn additional armies respawned as well.
Unhand the Tsarina.
So...
Presents no challenge.
I'm allowed to ambush here, right? What I want is for her to not realize I'm here anymore. We can't quite attack this turn.
Go forth, my thrall.
And we're really not suffering very much attrition damage anymore.
Conceal yourself.
Okay, 80%. That's pretty good. No, Eber Sidious is not moving. Alas is gonna hang out up here and just be a nuisance to anybody who attacks us. Defensive hero stuff. While Cran comes down here with that wonderful voice of his and just, I assume, sings in a black metal band deep in enemy territory. And I don't think I want to do anything here. I think we are mostly saving. Okay, so here's my hope. Katerin has lost sight of us, and she just bumbles into a battle and opens the way for us to get through without having to do a big battle. Or she attempts to go to the upper battle, and we actually get the ambush on her. My hope here is that either we're going to get through without having to fight one of these armies, or she's going to accidentally die. Okay, she's just interacting with the thing, which apparently she's allowed to do. So that's bad news. But we have the head start. So we have to now win a battle against one of these armies at full health, and then run as fast as we can away from the battle so that the other army can't chase us, so that we can get a turn of replenishment before we do whatever the big final battle is supposed to be, while still staying ahead of Katarina the whole time so that she doesn't get a chance to do that battle. It is very awkward that it was just like, it was like 110% of our total movement to get from the event space to the newly respawned armies. Our lives are going to be so much better once we have those soul grinders. I'm so very much looking forward to soul grinders. Okay, I mean, looks like we've got a lot of aggression down in Kislev's lands now. Even the lesser forces are getting in on the act because because the Ice Court is starting to look weak. We're probably not going to recruit any additional units for the new guy's army. I'm going to change his name back to Falco, honestly. He looks more like a Falco now than he did before. But we're gonna hold off so that we're not draining the coffers any faster than we have to, because we desperately need that upgrade. And it's a lot of gold. It's like kind of an unfair amount of gold. All right, before we end the episode, let's go ahead and change that guy's name back to Falco. They saw through our ambush. Not that it mattered. The Gold Tooth have gone to Nurgle's realm. I don't see that being a problem.
Do you see?
How do I change your name again? Aha. No, your name is Fal. Okay, just don't select the whole thing when I put my cursor in the field. That's not a solved problem. There we go. Kneel, Falco, and arise, Falco. All right. I'm feeling pretty good about that.
Chaos incarnate.
So Katarin's army is fully healed because of the thing. Yeah, our move has to be attack Festimus Glottal. Are these exactly the same army? They are not, in fact. I think I would rather... Well, so this bottom army has a lot more Nurgling swarms. It also has more of those anti-infantry cavalry, though. I think I would rather do this one. Yeah, so that's probably where we'll pick up for next episode. We'll push Festimus Glottal and then just run really, really fast over to here and hope that... Where did the ogres... Okay, Grease's Gold Tooth spawned over here. He's got to go through Morboth yet. Yeah, okay. Given the context, hope might be the wrong word, but I think that there is a good chance we're going to actually get a soul this time, and probably not with a moment to spare. There's only 4 turns left on Portal Time. So that's going to be it for us for now, and thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, tomorrow, for sure, gosh, I hope so. For sure there's going to be an episode tomorrow. We are getting this demon soul, and then we are going to go down to the Ice Court's house and just wreck everything until the bear roars again. I am done playing defense. And we'll see you then.